Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing a top 10 countdown of a terrifying apex predator that history, well, kind of almost forgot. We're going to dive into 10 absolutely mind-blowing facts about Mapusaurus Roseae. And as we go, we'll build up the visuals so you can really get a sense of the sheer scale and raw power of this unbelievable beast. Let's get right into it. So here's the big question. What dinosaur hunted the largest animals to ever walk the earth in ruthless gangs? It sounds like a movie monster, right? But meet the ultimate underdog of the dinosaur world. This is a creature so massive, so dangerous, and so highly specialized, it literally rewrites what we thought we knew about apex predators. Section 1. Meet the Earth Lizard. Let's kick off our countdown with exactly where this beast gets its fascinating name. Fact number 1, its name literally translates to the Earth Lizard. It's a brilliant nod to the indigenous language of Patagonia, where the Mapuche word mapu means earth or land. And the Roseae part of its name, well, that honors the expedition's sponsor, Rose Letwin. But it also pays tribute to the strikingly beautiful rose-colored rocks that actually hid its fossilized bones for millions of years. Pretty cool, right? Moving on to fact number 2, which is all about timing and location. This giant ruled the Late Cretaceous period in South America, specifically the Cenomanian stage, peaking right around 95 million years ago. I want you to picture a really hot, semi-arid environment, but one dominated by these massive meandering river systems. This was the Huincul Formation in Argentina, basically a primeval floodplain that Mapusaurus called home. That brings us to Section 2, Anatomy of a Giant. We're going to take a close look at the physical structure that made this animal an absolute prehistoric nightmare. Fact number 3 shows us that Mapusaurus was an absolute titan, especially when you stack it up against the dinosaurs we all know and love. I mean, the legendary T-Rex maxes out around 12.3 meters, but Mapusaurus? It reaches an estimated 12.6 meters, that's roughly 41 feet, and weighed up to 7 or even 8 tons. It rivaled, or, potentially even surpassed the mighty T-Rex in sheer length. No small feat. Fact number 4 is this staggering number, 6,800. That's the estimated pounds per square inch of bite force this animal could deliver. Just a bone-shattering amount of pressure. But that massive number alone doesn't actually tell the whole story of how it used those jaws in combat. See, the T-Rex is famously known for a bite that crushes bone to dust. But Mapusaurus? It used an entirely different method called a zippodont bite. Rather than crushing bone, it sported these 8 to 10-inch flat, recurved teeth packed with highly serrated edges. They were designed quite literally like giant serrated scalpels, meant to slash deep, bleeding wounds into soft tissue. So it wasn't about crushing its prey at all. It was all about surgical, lethal slicing. Let's move to our next set of facts and see how this builds into an even stranger biological puzzle in Section 3, Shape-Shifting Skulls. Fact number 5 reveals a really bizarre transformation. A juvenile Mapusaurus skull had smooth bone and high pneumaticity, which basically means it had lots of air pockets to keep things lightweight. And it had 2 distinct windows, or fenestra, right there in the snout. But as it grew into an adult, the skull radically shape-shifted. It completely lost those extracranial windows and developed this coarse, rugose, heavily ornamented bone all over its face. It's like a totally different animal. This extreme skull transformation is a perfect example of a concept called heterochrony. Basically, heterochrony is an evolutionary process involving a change in the timing or rate of developmental events. For Mapusaurus, this evolutionary quirk meant that as they aged, their skulls retained and wildly exaggerated certain adult features, which links them directly to their highly derived, incredibly massive cousins, like Giganotosaurus. Fact number 6 explains exactly how they managed to reach that massive size. To hit that 7-ton adult weight, these dinosaurs underwent incredibly rapid growth spurts in their youth. We're talking packing on hundreds of kilograms of mass every single year. They had a rapid juvenile spurt, followed by a subadult skeletal maturation phase, which beefed up their bone load-bearing capacity. Finally, they'd hit an adult plateau where their bone deposition really slowed down as they reached peak size. So the really crucial point we're arriving at is how these giants actually interacted with each other in the wild. Welcome to Section 4, the Gang of Killers. Fact number 7 is all about an astonishing number, 7 to 9. That's the estimated number of individual Mapusaurus specimens found buried together in a single location. You see, paleontologists uncovered something completely unprecedented at the Cañadón del Gato bone bed. Discovered back in 1997, this was a massive, dense site spanning 7 by 4 meters that contained only Mapusaurus remains. Just them. They cataloged over 170 separate elements. And honestly, the most incredible part? It included everything from 5-meter juveniles all the way up to fully grown 12-meter adults, all buried together in one spot.
So fact number 8, what does this actually mean? Well, one researcher noted that this size variation across different growth stages implies possible family units or mixed age groups, which potentially facilitated cooperative pack hunting. In simpler terms, finding dinosaurs of all different ages buried together is monumental evidence that these massive carnivores were gregarious. They likely formed family units and hunted in terrifying mixed-age mobs. Imagine seeing that coming at you.
We've reached the top of our countdown in Section 5, a brutal reign. This is where the reality of their ecosystem gets incredibly intense. Fact number 9 shows exactly why they needed to hunt in packs to begin with. In the Huenquil Formation ecosystem, Mapusaurus was the undisputed apex predator, while creatures like Scorpiovenator acted as mid-sized hunters. But their primary prey? Argentinosaurus, a colossal titanosaur sauropod, and quite literally the largest land animal to ever walk the earth. To bring down a creature of that unthinkable magnitude, a gang of Mapusaurus would have absolutely had to work together, dismantling it one massive, slicing bite at a time. Just brutal.
Fact number 10, our final mind-blowing realization, is the cost of this lifestyle. 11% of the individuals found in that bone bed had severe paleopathologies. We're talking about healed bone fractures, severe bone infections, and traumatic appendicular injuries, which basically means horrific damage to their limbs. This is undeniable proof of either intraspecies combat or, maybe the result of perilous kicks from their massive prey. Either way, their violent lifestyle took a brutally high physical toll on their bodies.
And this leads perfectly to our final thought. What other terrifying secrets are still hiding beneath the rose-colored rocks of Patagonia? I mean, when you consider that a 12-meter, pack-hunting, titan-slaying predator was only discovered a couple of decades ago, it really makes you wonder what else is just waiting down there to be unearthed. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep questioning what's beneath the surface.